All right, everybody, welcome to this episode of Sit Down with the Boss. First of all, go to the channel, like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Today we got a special guest in the building, man. Could you give an introduction and let them know who you are?
You know what it is. It's LiL Bre, nigga, out there Northside, Corpus Christi.
Now, I was just about to ask that. What side of town are you from? What side of town do you rep?
From that North end. I represent Northside, man, and Hillcrest, because I was raised in both.
Already. Now, what was it like growing up in Northside and Hillcrest?
Shit, a lot of people don't really know, because, like, nowadays, that shit, like, tore down, and they doing the gentrification shit, but, like, shit, the hood used to be a real hood, and that's what I try to tell everybody, like, shit, it used to be up, functioning, running, had everything, you know, the smokehouse, the motherfucking Blue Monday, the streets, the everything. It was lit. When all the projects was up, when B&L Leathers and all that was up, it was lit.
Already. Now, name a couple of Bre day ones when you was young that you used to run Northside with.
Day ones, I got two brothers, so shit, them gonna be my day ones off top.
Already.
Shit, my partner Skip, Zachary Yancey, who else? We used to run with Sherman that just died, Sherman Greathouse. Who else? The Crosby days, I was cool with Drexel Smith, Jolie's son.
Already.
I was close to a lot of niggas. Like, I mean, you know, when you growing up like that and y'all going to school and y'all close, tight knit, y'all, it's like a brotherhood shit. You at this nigga house, you gonna eat dinner with them. Or like, he come to my house, he gonna eat with us or whatever. We welcome in everybody's house in the hood.
Already. Now, LiL Bre got any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I got one brother. Well, I got more like siblings on my daddy's side, but from my mama, I got just two brothers, an older brother and a younger brother.
Already. Now, what school did LiL Bre attend?
I went to Crosley, George Evans. We moved around too, so I went to West Oso Elementary, John F. Kennedy, all that shit. Then I went to Cunningham, Tom Brown, Driscoll, Miller, and then I finished out in Dallas because I moved to Dallas.
Now, out of your school life, do you have a certain teacher that just stood out that you just remember the most?
Yup. Really, the niggas at Miller. Like we had a coach, Coach Allen. He was rapping and shit, and like he knew I had something. He would always be on me like, stick to it, don't give up, stay consistent. And then like the basketball coach Bastion at Miller, like he would listen to some of my raps and he'd be like, boy, you saying something. Like that other shit be like, he really probably ain't even like rap. He be like, that shit be riff rap, but you really saying something. I heard a couple of their songs, it's alright. So yeah, probably them two.
Already. Now, speaking of a coach, before the music, did LiL Bre like doing sports?
Somewhat, I like hooping. I used to play basketball, but I gave it up because I was just like, shit. I ain't think a nigga couldn't make it, but I started focusing more on rap. I was like, shit, it's gonna be either or. I'm gonna spend more time doing this or doing that. I know a couple niggas who did both, but I felt like I was gonna get better if I just dropped sports and went full-fledged with rapping. While niggas at basketball practice and tryouts and tour days, I'm in the studio, I'm writing, I'm doing some other shit that trying to get to the studio.
Already. Now, who were some of your influences in music when you first started writing?
You know, it like I said in another interview, like that shit really be changing over time. Cause like I be having like different rappers from different eras, like niggas from the 90s, niggas from the 2000s, niggas from the 10s. Like the influences change, like to keep me going, to give me inspiration. But like in the 90s, it was like UGK, Pac, Big, you know, No Limit, that era type shit, Snoop. And that era, then when the 2000s came, it was more like the Hot Boys, Lil Wayne and them, and Game 50 Cent, the G-Unit shit. Then it rolled into Boosie, Webby, Zero, Yo Guy, y'all them in the 2010s. Then as the game keep changing, I get in high school, then I became a fan of J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and Big Crit, niggas like that. Like they really like push forward the culture in the 2010s when I was growing up and becoming a man. So like it just always changed.
Now, do you remember the first song you wrote and recorded that you felt like the hood felt that song?
The hood felt that swinging. I did a remix to that Swinging and Banging at ESG. And like I had older niggas, OGs telling me like, boy, you really from that north, cause you broke it down. Like I was speaking on like basically growing up in the 90s, what it was like, speaking on shit that wasn't even there, like everybody being on the slab and the cuts back in the day, like none of that shit was there when we was growing up, but I had heard stories about it. I was real young. My mama, my daddy, my uncles would tell me. I was just speaking on how we used to go to the center dances and the pool and all that shit, and then I was just speaking on how live the Hill store used to be when the hood was actually a hood and it was up, running and functioning.
Now, you started at a young age doing your music. What was it like the first time you shot a video?
First time I shot a video, my first official video in the hood was that LiL Bre nigga video, and like I bought the whole manor out. Shit, it was live. They all had my shirts on and shit. Everybody was supporting. They was a part of it. They felt like, you know what I'm saying, this our own. We gonna support it. So yeah, it felt good.
Now, after getting all the support from the hood, you made the move to Dallas. What was the biggest difference when you made the move to Dallas?
I had been living in Dallas though, like since I was a kid, off and on, cause I got my uncle up there, my mama youngest brother. So I would move up there. I mean, I would go up there for like half a semester of school, then come back down when my mama didn't go to Miller. So I was back and forth. But like when I made the move, shit, I ain't gonna lie, like it seemed like they started supporting me more. They started getting on my shit more, cause I wasn't here. Like I'd drop it on MySpace or whatever was hot at the time, mixtapes online for free, and I'd come back and the whole city will be on that shit. I come back and do a show or whatever, and they just be lit, cause they like, damn, we ain't seen Bre in a minute. We want to see that nigga. In his songs, I hear these hoes hard. Everybody riding around bumping them.
Really? Now, what is it like being in Dallas, repping your Corpus Forever? I mean, everything you rep is Corpus. What is that like?
Shit, it's like I'm easy to get spotted out. Like people be like, I know you ain't from here. Like you pushing that other shit, woo-woo. But I get respected too, cause they like you putting on for your city. Like so many people that told me like, why you don't rep Dallas? You been living there since a kid, or when my homeboys, you know, niggas be bullshitting, shooting the shit. Like when I come back, they be, oh, you a Dallas ass nigga, but they really be playing cause they know a nigga out there like putting on repping.
Oh, really?
So like, I mean, I get love, shit. They like the brand, they see what I'm doing, and then they looking at it on the outside looking in. They like, damn, this little nigga got his city on lock.
Already.
They behind him, they supporting him.
Already. Now, having a dad that's the OG, well respected too, well respected. Yeah. How does that feel when you know your dad made it up out the street life, he turned himself around, you know, and he doing it different nowadays, but in the 90s, daddy was a real live street gangster, man. Talk to us about that.
Man, I ain't gonna even lie, like that nigga be trying to keep me out of it, cause he don't want me to go down that path.
Yeah.
And that shit, then you know, like he said, he been in and out of jail. Shit, he missed half of my life. But I mean, I be hearing the stories and shit. I be hearing shit about him. I ain't even know. I'm like, damn, why you ain't ever tell me this? Or why you ain't tell me that? But I know why, cause he trying to steer me right. But yeah, I mean, shit, it's love, and it's good to know like you come from a solid background, solid foundation. You know, ain't no smut on a nigga name when he speak on it. It's always 100. So that's good to know.
Already. Now, speaking on coming up, you said dad was gone a lot, so that meant you was raised a lot by mom.
Yup.
Speak about growing up with just you and your mom and your brother.
I mean, we had stepdaddies and shit, niggas that like she was with, you know what I'm saying? Like my older brother, daddy and shit, like he was a good father figure to us. So like when they split up, it was other niggas that was around. But you know, at certain times, when you get a certain age, it's only so much mama can do. Or like, you know, you boys, she a woman, she can't teach you certain shit, so then you turn to the streets. Then you 12, 13, you just out here, you know what I'm saying? You off the porch, you doing shit that like, you like, all right, whatever, I'll talk to mama later, I get with her, I come in when I want to come in. So it's really like you turn to the streets for that guidance and that father figure and that, you know, you just see it, you out there, you grown at 12, 13.
Already. Now, what was the biggest difference in losing mama? I could say with your music career before and after.
Right now, well, like, okay, I'm working on a project right now, and like, I ain't gonna lie, she the motivation and the drive for me to keep doing this shit. But, and I'm gonna dedicate some songs on there to her, but like, I just feel like, damn, I wish she was here to see all this shit, see the moves I'm making. Everybody like, she proud of you, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but I wish she was here in the flesh to witness this shit. Cause I ain't gonna even lie, like these past 2 years, like she didn't pass, these been the best years of my life, like musically, financially, company wise with the Corpus Forever, like everything growing and getting big, and like she not here to see this shit. I just had another child and she ain't never even get to meet him. So yeah, I just wish she was here to see everything.
Already. Now getting back to a brighter side, let's talk about the rap list. Tell me how LiL Bre feel about the rap list.
Man, that shit, I mean, you know how the game go. It's like barbershop talk. Niggas gonna sit in there and say, it's my top 5, this my top 5, or this such and such better than this person. This shit is good. It's good for the city. They shine a light on the city. And like niggas can't get mad. If you ain't on there, you ain't on there. Work harder, get recognized. Put your shit out there and make the people respect something. It's just an opinion to me.
Already. Now, if they really had to make a list, what criteria do you think they should be judged by?
I don't really know, because to be honest with you, nowadays niggas get recognized for the most like bullshit. Like it ain't about, it don't be by talent, it don't be by rapping, it don't even be by background if a nigga real thorough and none of that. Like it just be, most of the time it be clout. Nigga gotta have the most views, the most fans, the people listening to his music everywhere, doing the most shows, making the most money. That's what it really be about. It should be based off of who doing the most shit, the numbers. I don't give a fuck how many people in your hood say you the best. Like, where your numbers at, where your views, where your, you know what I'm saying? It's the people on you and speaking on that. All these self-proclaimed, I'm this, I'm that. Nah, nigga, what the people and the fans saying? That's what it should be on.
Really? Now, speaking on some old news that had hit Corpus, and I'm glad I got you here to speak on this.
Yeah.
How did you feel when the Migos dissed Corpus?
Yeah, you dug deep for that one. I ain't feel no type of way, because first of all, what y'all don't know is that shit fake. That was, to me, I heard that they took his face and that somebody put that on there. Like, it was like Photoshop. And they made their own little snap. So, it was crazy to me to know that the city was riled up over some fake shit. They just took it and ran with it. You know, when the lie bigger than the truth, they gonna run with it. But, I mean, man, I ain't really like that shit because it divided the hood a little bit. Like, I had OGs and niggas I look up to, niggas I thought was fucking with me, fucking with my music, like speaking sideways. And I was defending niggas like, I was basically putting it in a Migos perspective, because, you know, I'm in Dallas, right? Mm-hmm. If them niggas go to Dallas, they gonna have like some shit to do, like some major shit. They major artists. Mm-hmm. Or like they got booked, I forgot, it was like Memorial Day weekend, I think they got booked. And I was just trying to put it in their perspective, like, bro, I just went to Vegas for Memorial Day weekend and that hoe was lit. You know, like Vegas live. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling them, I'm like, bro, they was booked in Corpus for Memorial Day weekend. And they probably was on a Snapchat or Instagram looking at all the cities around the world turned up. And they probably was like, damn, I wish we was somewhere else than here, this little smaller city where it ain't too much entertainment after we get done doing our show. You ain't really got no lit after parties or clubs. And they used to that big shit. They in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Them niggas probably going to Magic City or whatever, fucking it up afterwards they get done performing. Corpus, they probably asking, then they probably tapping in with the wrong niggas, like, what is that? What a fire weed at? What a bad bitches at? Yeah. They ain't getting it, so they probably, even if they did put that, like, man, Corpus lame in the bitch, because they couldn't find what they was looking for. They're in a smaller city. It's not Atlanta. So I was like looking at it from an entertainment standpoint. You can't get mad if a nigga come to our city and he like, this whole, the nightlife is trash. Mm-hmm. They took it wrong, like the whole nigga was saying the whole city was trash. Like, no. Them niggas was saying, like, you know how you be sitting back on a boring ass day and there's nothing to do? You like, man, this lame in the bitch. It ain't nothing to do. We ain't got nowhere to go. We gotta go to sleep or whatever. That's how they was putting it. And everybody took it as they was dissing the city. I was like, nah, but it gave y'all niggas the ground to try to diss other niggas for not standing up for it. I'm like, bro, what I look like dissing these niggas? Like, if the city lame, it's lame. These niggas come, they can't tap in and find no good weed, no good entertainment, no hoes. It is what it is. They like, this whole lame. I go so many places out of town, and if I can't find what I'm looking for, I ask niggas what they city got to offer, they be like, well, nah, we don't do that, bro. We don't do that down here. Nah, it's dry. Like, this whole lane. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Already.
They took it wrong. That's all it was.
Now, could you name a few artists in Corpus that you do see, I can't say standing out, but just doing their shit right, the way they pushing themselves?
First off, you gotta say Muddy.
Already.
Drake Nitty, he done stepped it up a whole lot bit, you know what I'm saying, consistency-wise, look-wise, you know, dropping the videos. So, yeah, I'm glad to see, like, what he became. Zone. Really, the whole Mud Gang doing they shit.
Already.
In a couple, like, I don't be listening to a lot of people's music, but I be hearing their name a lot. Like Lil Ferris, Drippy Drew, like a lot of, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people like putting themselves on that platform to be seen.
Already.
Even if I don't like their music or don't listen, it ain't my vibe, but they making themselves accessible to me. Like, okay, yeah, I know him, I know of him, he's rapping, he doing this and doing woo woo woo.
Already. Now let's talk Corpus Forever, the brand. What made you start Corpus Forever?
Shit, really, Nipsey Hussle. He had the Crenshaw shit, so like when I seen that, I was like, damn, I want to create some shit like that. At first, I was gonna put like, cause I grew up on Stillman. I was gonna do Stillman, like it's like some streets. But then I was like, nah, let me do some citywide shit. And then I did the song Corpus Forever. I really did that and made the shirts just to promote the song. I ain't think it was gonna become big as it was, but I just made the shirts, and when I wore the shirts in the videos, everybody wanted them. But other than that, yeah, it was Nipsey, cause that nigga he had the blueprint. He had the Crenshaw store. He was showing niggas like they supporting me, my hood, and whatever.
Already. Now, having a lot of hood support. Now, in the North, could you name a few landmarks that you remember, sort of like the Hill Store, Miss Irma's? There's different things that you still think about today.
Hill Store, Miss Irma's, walking up to the Blue Front. What else? Smokehouse, Ray's Barbecue. It's a lot of shit. What else? Then, you know, like going to the little candy lady house, getting a frozen cup. They don't even do that shit no more.
Nah.
I just like shit, the pool hall, game room. Like a lot of shit used to be jumping. Hillcrest Park on Sundays. A lot of shit.
Now, how do you feel when you go to the hood now and you see that, like you say, ain't nothing the same
I
no
ain't
more?
gonna lie, bro. I get sad. I be wanting to cry. I can't even show my kids like, Daddy lived in this house. Daddy lived in, you know what I'm saying? They tore it all down. They're my childhood memories. But at the same time, that's why y'all got me, because I ain't gonna never forget about that shit. Everything I do, I'm gonna try to incorporate the hood or where I come from in it. So the life will live on through me. The hood will live on through me. I'm gonna keep on repping this shit.
Already. Now, speaking on Corpus, we never really have a major artist out here but Selena.
Yeah.
What do you feel like Selena means in Corpus Christi?
What she mean?
Yeah.
She mean a lot. That's the first thing. Even when I'm out of town, that's the first thing. And then like they be having the Selena stores at the mall, and I mean the Selena shirts and shit at the mall in Dallas, and I be buying them, and they be like, "Oh, you a Selena fan?" I be like, "Yeah, but it's deeper than that." They don't know why I'm buying this. I be like, "Shit, she from where I'm from. She from my hometown. I grew up a little bit in Molina too, so I be like, shit, I used to stay right down the street from where she grew up at." So yeah, she mean a lot. She like that, like they say, she the Mexican Beyonce.
Already. Now, what can you remember about the late Flatline?
I don't have I met Flatline. I think I met him like once or twice in passing, but shit, I mean he a legend in the city too. He did what he had to do. He put on. He repped the city good. He went out and got the features and blowed up in different ways and stuff. Like shit, he repped the city. He got the views and the catalog and all that.
Already. Now, this is something just personally I wanted to ask LiL Bre.
Yeah.
What was you thinking when you seen Mo 3 on the freeway that day?
It was crazy because it affected me like differently because I actually got a friend who was Mo 3 DJ, and it was one of the dudes I met when I first came up to Dallas. I've been knowing dudes since I was like 14. His mama like my mama. I call his mama, you know what I'm saying? And like he really like a brother to me. So I knew like I only met Mo 3 like once or twice in passing and shit. So I wasn't really close to him, but I knew people around him. Like I knew his manager, I knew and his DJ, which is my brother. So I was more fucked up for him because I knew how he was gonna feel about it. Like you with this man every day, you going on the road DJing his shows and talking on his tapes. I knew it was gonna hurt him. He was gonna be fucked up about it. So like I couldn't believe it when I seen that shit. I was like, damn, they really caught up to me.
Bro. Now, Dallas rappers from the outside looking in, especially from a perspective from Corpus looking in.
Yeah.
It seems like Dallas rappers do a lot of beefing. Do the Dallas rappers seem like, to us it seems like they do a lot of beefing.
Yeah.
To you in Dallas and you're around them. Is that the thing to do in Dallas, the beef rap, or is that just a section of people that's doing it?
I mean, it is gonna, what you call it, like, it's gonna, you know, that beef gonna always bring clout and messiness and views and all that. It's gonna keep up like the controversy. Mm-hmm. If I say some shit about you, they looking for your response. Then you say something back about me, they just tit for tat shit. The fans really be keeping up that shit and making it messy, but you really ain't gotta do that shit. I don't think so, because I got fans. I mean, I got partners and shit that rap, and they ain't into the beef, and they great rappers. Mm-hmm. But niggas not paying attention to them because they not sneak this and this nigga, not making a diss song about this nigga. So that shit really to me be for the clout. Cause when somebody die, like if they really living like that, somebody gonna kill somebody. Mm-hmm. So when a nigga die, everybody, oh man, it's fucked up, it's wrong, why he do that? Y'all niggas egging it on. Y'all making them beef. Y'all, he said this about you, what you gonna say back? You know what I'm saying?
Now, speaking on that, how do you feel about OG Bobby redoing the song with Cowboys Freddie? Do you feel like that was a good move?
That's business. Like, cause like, to be honest, that nigga, like, I know more, but like what the outsiders don't know. Like, he never really even met Mo3 like that. They wasn't like buddy or cool. That's a business decision. Like, how you gonna tell this man, like, not to feed his family or not to go, you know what I'm saying? It's respected from the inside through other parties and shit. They not tripping. They like, get your money, go do what you gotta do. We wasn't buddy like that anyway.
Already. Now, what was the situation with Wildin' Out and Nick Cannon?
Man, we had just went to the show. You know what I'm saying? We just there enjoying the show. It was me, my girl, and my brothers and shit. And like they was just like, it was like you want somebody to come up, and the seats we got was like real close to the stage. So my girl got the, man, you better go up there, you better, and my brother and like, nigga, go up there. So I just went up there, and then that's when DC Young Fly was standing right next to me, and then Cannon started rapping, and then he was like, who got some? I whispered in DC Young Fly, I was like, tell that nigga give me the mic, and he was like, hey, he say he got something for you, Nick. So that's when they grabbed me the mic and I ran it.
Oh, really? Now, living in Dallas.
Yeah.
Is LiL Bre a Dallas Cowboy fan?
Hell no. Hell no. Fuck no. They be mad because I be talking shit to them about the Cowboys. I don't even, man. It's because, bro, every year, them Cowboys, they get y'all riled up. Hey, we going to the Super Bowl. And they getting the playoffs and just, they let y'all down. They let y'all down every year. They came close like one of them years, like 14 or 15, when that year Dez was supposed to have caught it. Yeah. Or whatever, but they let y'all down every year. They make dumbass decisions.
Now, what rap in the game on a major level
Yeah.
you feel like is on top of his game right now doing the most?
Shit, Lil Baby. Duh Baby. Young Boy Cub, that nigga can't stay out of trouble. And I fuck with Kodak Black a lot, but shit, Lil Baby, he flawless. Then I fuck with Moneybag too. Moneybag, yo. I like Polo G. I like a lot of the young niggas that you know keeping that sound of Rod Wave. We met Rod Wave when he was young in the bit. He was 16.
Oh shit.
Yeah, didn't nobody really know who he was. He was in South by Southwest, and me and my little brother approached him. We was like, hey bro, you such and such, right? And he looked at shocked, like, y'all fuck with me out here in Texas? I'm just out here trying to promote. And he was like, yo, we be on your shit, we listen to woo woo woo. And he was like, oh, when we told him the song name, he was like, oh yeah, that's right, y'all, you know what I'm saying? We was showing him like we real fans, so he was fucked up by that. We actually took pictures with him and everything.
Oh really? Now, out of the young rappers, do you think out of the young rappers you just named, that any one of them would have longevity, and if so, how would they do it?
Lil Baby. Lil Baby, he already on his way. He done did so much within the last 3-4 years. He already done got the legendary features and shit. And like, everybody just looking at him like he that next nigga. Like, you know how I said, like, each era got like its little 5 rappers or whatever to run that decade. Mm-hmm. I feel like Lil Baby gonna be one if he stay consistent. He already rich as a bitch, consistent. He dropped 5 ass albums. He eat on every feature. So yeah, I think Lil Baby gonna be around for a minute.
Already. Now, Okay, with the interview where they had the OGs talking about Mo3, just to give an example, a lot of neighborhoods around Texas that I've been to, I just can't speak out of Texas, I've been around Texas a lot, it seems like everybody got the same disconnection. What do you think it is with the biggest disconnection between the young G's and the OGs?
Man, the OGs, look, that's why I fuck with niggas like you, Creon, Big Bub. It's a couple niggas in the hood that always been 100, always gave a nigga game, embraced the younger generation. Some older niggas, I ain't gonna lie though, like they don't wanna like give it up, like this the next nigga coming up. Or let me take him under my wing and give him some game. Or if I didn't make it in this, let me show him how like the mistakes I made. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just put your arm around a nigga, give a nigga some game, guide him the right way. That be the disconnect. Cause the older niggas always wanna be like, I'm the OG, I've been